Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here, Chelsea DELANA Christiani speaks as the people from the proposition team. Here, allow me to explain what kind of problem that has been happened in these recent days. So, in this recent day, schools are making intellectual disparity and competency gaps between the students. This thing happened due to the grouping of children based on ages and not from each student intelligence and competency. This problem impacts the fast learning students and also the slow learner students. They become harder to grow and also hard to survive in the school and also in the society. Our goal here is to support the children for getting a better and valuable education. With our stance here, primary and middle school years that group children by age is bad for them and also for their future. Now let's move on to my first point here. My first point here, why we should abolish primary and middle school grouping by ages and change it to competence and intelligence grouping. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to explain that the government as the highest decision maker in this country should provide the best institution for each student. What kind of students? The students that we are talking about here, here is the primary and also the middle school students. What does it mean by providing? Ladies and gentlemen, the meaning of the provide here is to providing the best way of scenarios of learning experience, a better experience for students' competency, intelligence, mental health, and also for their future. Move on to my second point. My second point here is what is primary and middle school students should be and what is the function of this school for its students. First, allow me to explain what is primary and what is middle school. So, primary school is a school for children from the age above around 5 to 9. This is based on Cambridge Dictionary, and for the middle school, based on Cambridge Dictionary, explain that middle school is a school for children from the age 10 to 14. On that age, mostly children start looking for their own potential or any intelligence. That's why schools are meant to be the place for developing and support their potential. For example, like KKO, or in Indonesia called as kelas khusus olahraga. Some schools are opening this kind of class due to supporting their students' potential in sports. In school, on those kind of school that opening that kind of class, they are providing additional practice schedules for their sports. They are into it, and also a field facilities such as like a soccer field, basketball fields, and volley field, or maybe a pool or any etc. That kind of facilities that given for the students that with that kind of potential are really helpful for the growth of their potential for becoming a great athlete. My third point is here, and now let's move on to my third point here. My third point here is why children should be grouped by competence and intelligence and not by their age. Ladies and gentlemen, before that, allow me to tell what children that I'm mentioning here. The children that I'm mentioning here is the primary and also for the middle school students. And also, I haven't explained too what kind of grouping intelligence and competency is and what is the grouping based on age. So basically, like grouping by intelligence and competency is just like grouping all of the students based on their intelligence and also their competency. Meanwhile, for the age grouping is just like grouping all of those students into their age. Just like if the student, like maybe one class it's only filled with students that range from 10 to 12, or maybe just like the student that is from the 11, they just grouping it by their ages, not by their competence, not their competences. So and then move on. Each of those students have a different competences and intelligence. Although they are in the same age, they have a different in competences and also in intelligence, which is why we should divide those students by their competence and intelligence, not the ages, because they have a different needs. That's it. For example, in inclusion students and the regular students, like inclusion students needs an extra learning need rather than the regular students. The inclusion students just cannot follow the regular students in general. Inclusion students have a different need, such as like a special book, just like maybe for the Braille books for the blind people. Meanwhile, for the regular students, they just need a regular book for studying. And also in the regular students, they are also divided again by their potential and competence. For like each regular student, they are also have a different potential and intelligence. That's why there are also students that can learn, that regular students that can study more faster rather than the other students, just like that. Which is from this example, that's why we need to divide these students more, divided more by it. By what? By the intelligence and also the competency. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all of my speech. That's all for my arguments. Thank you very much for your attention, and goodbye.